So we have got ourselves Sticky Feet, master tight turns and quick touches. Sticky Feet enhances dribbling so you stay composed even in the tightest spaces. This is going to take a cam, and I don't know what it's changing it to, but regardless, we have got a 92 max, 98 on the dribbling, 10 playstyles, 3 playstyle pluses, the standard, and positions are obviously in there as well. It is a free evolution, I know, we don't get them very often, but we've got 3 levels to grind this out. Play 1, win 1, and play 3. Thought I'd get at least a free game one there, but we've got 5 games in total. We're going to get the Shadow Striker plus, skill moves up to 4, weak foot up to 4, which I think at this point in the game, just give us the 5-5 at this point. We are going to get the left mid position instead. Always interesting rather than left wing. So let's have a look. We've got dribbling 96, passing 92. We're going to get, don't know the playstyle pluses yet, but 90 strength, 96 dribbling. So it is predominantly pace and dribbling. A little bit of shooting there as well. So if I find somebody with no playstyles, we can then certainly be for sure that we know what we're getting. So we're going to get the technical, and that's it. So just technical. Okay, so it's going to go up to a 95. We're not quite near a 94 or 95 for Evos yet. So if you are going for somebody who's got a triple, for instance, like a Del P, to be fair, is going to have the upgrade for it. What do we get? So 95, 92, 96, 91, 92, 93. Could be an interesting one. I definitely, for me personally, I don't like technical. I've made it abundantly clear on this channel that I'm just not a big fan. I don't use it. So realistically, I'm not going to be looking for it. So a triple playstyle plus would be perfect. Or if somebody has it already, Sabazalai is obviously going to be a big advocate of that. But he does need the triple at some point. 95 is quite a considerable amount of time away before getting it. We're going to get footies by the time we could put 95 Evos in. So that already then puts him well behind that upgrade in general, but we can see how that goes depending on if you've got a favourite player. We are going to get, let's go down and rate him. 86 goes to 92, so 87, 80. So 89 is the lowest we can go to get that player into a 95 as well. Obviously, like Elise would go into there also. Okay, I mean, that's always an interesting one. Now, being dribbling, pace, and a little bit of shooting isn't the worst upgrade in the world. I think that's probably one of the better ones. We are looking at the left mid, but realistically, you're going to keep them at cam anyway. So let's have a look and see what Evos we can actually go for here then. Trending page. Billing, Hamsik, Royce, Tillemans, Rooney. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, so if we are going for players that don't already have, so Billing already doesn't have the technical, so it's a nice upgrade for him. He's kind of more of your centre mid, so you'd probably be looking more towards an anchor on him more so than anything. 99 pace, 92, 96, good dribbling, good passing, bit more on the shooting. I mean, that's probably one of the better ones to be fair. He was already, looking at his 92, was already well on his way to get a solid upgrade because of that fantasy anyway. So you knew that Evo would have definitely shone at some point. Then if we got the likes of Hamsik, he would get the technical on top. So if you're not too fussed about it, it's not a bad one. 96 on that dribbling, 92, 91, 95. So standard across the board. You'd probably be looking more towards a Hunter, I'm assuming, just to max out as much pace and shooting. I mean, the next one you'd probably be looking for would be potentially an Engine, but I think with the dribbling upgrade already, you're not going to get that much of an upgrade. So I would go personally out and out Hunter, unless you want a bit more passing. You go for like a Catalyst. Again, whether you think that is truly worth it, I think the Hunter would be definitely the better shout in this over anything. The one that I want to see, we saw Rooney. what sort of upgrade does he have? Obviously, he doesn't have much from his 91 there anyway. So you definitely go out and out hunter for him. 99, 97, 96 on that dribbling. Already great physicality. Passing's good enough. Doesn't really, like, you definitely, he'd be one for the future. Like, you definitely want a better Evo with a double playstyle plus next. You want finesse at the minimum, maybe a rapid, a quick step, a low driven. That would have to be the next two. And then obviously you've got the 5th playstyle plus, but we're not even talking about that one yet, as we're barely into 4. So that would definitely be a nice card for the future. Tillemans will be the same as Billing. He's going to get a nice upgrade. You throw the anchor or shadow on him at the minimum, you're going to get yourself a pretty solid DM, like a very well-rounded. This is where midfielders, there's almost like a blurred line depending on playstyle pluses of where they sit. Most of them just go in that centre mid role because we have everything. We have shooting, dribbling, defending, passing and physical, as well as a good amount of pace. So it'd be wrong for him to just sit in a DM with all of this talent, but that's where midfielders are going to at this point anyway. We see that during footies also. We have Maradona. We kind of know where he'd probably go with his. Got the triple playstyle plus there. Del P, another great one for me. I think finesse, first touch and pinged pass. That could be a solid one that I possibly would go for from that 92. Sauer with the technical. Possibly one better playstyle pluses, but would follow the same kind of path as Billing and also Tillemans there. We then have Weir, we have Cunha, probably not. Jones, that's not a bad one again. Going from his 89, just on the cusp, from an anchor, 99, 91, 96. Again, it's a solid centre mid. They're pretty much a carbon copy. It depends on are you a fan of that team? So are you a Liverpool fan? Have you put Jones into anything else already? Or are you looking for just a player to go on the bench sort of thing? Are you in preference of a Tillemans in-game compared to Billing? Do you prefer Hamsik over Royce in the cam? That's really where a lot of these stats are going to lie. And then obviously the playstyle pluses, depending on if you've changed them or not. Reyners will be another one. Again, he's got a better upgrade at this. Elise, I'd probably say, has missed the boat a little bit. Putellas can go in with her total rush, which is nice. Gives them the technical, could do with some more playstyle pluses, which again will be one that will feature in a lot of these higher rated cards if they don't have massive playstyle plus already. Xavi Simons, bit of Podolski thrown in. I think really as you go lower down, it's mainly the playstyle pluses that do rock the boat a little bit. You got Bruno with the triple. Again, the problem is you just go for this version. You go for the team of the season, 18,000. It's already in that sort of level in my opinion. So you've always got to be very careful with which card you do go for. If it was me picking, I do like a bit of Del P as the attacking option. If you're going to keep them in that sort of cam role, that's not going to be a bad option in my eyes. Obviously, if you're looking for DM, I think Tillemans and Billing are two great examples, but there'll be plenty in there. Got a bit of Yaya with the technical. Again, I'd probably wait for a better playstyle plus for him because he's such a high-end sort of card. I wouldn't necessarily put him into anything. Tillemans at the very minimum is just he was one of the objective cards that you could have got. So he's kind of just a free upgrade. Billing I don't think is that expensive, 27. So you can buy him for absolute chump change. Whereas Yaya and all of them bigger players, they're going to come in a bit more expensive. I'd definitely wait for a more desirable upgrade because they are coming thick and fast with this. And then the final page, Guti, Isco. So yeah, it's a standard one. It's a nice upgrade in general. I think if you're just starting the game or you're starting to get back into it, it's a great upgrade for any cards like this. 89 and above, you get the 95. You kind of just try and miss out on the playstyle pluses if you can. Obviously the technical is down to you. And you just go for the upgrade. The upgrade's massive on a lot of them. The stats are at this point at a certain level already. So let me know down below what you're going to choose. I think it's a decent upgrade for being free, finally. But I wouldn't say it's an absolute world beater. You're not basically putting in a 500k evolution and kind of comparing it to this one. This is just a solid, consistent one. And maybe one for the future for someone like Rooney as well. We'll see. So let me know who you're going to choose. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.